Hello, YouTube again. A lot of information came out yesterday. If you've seen later on in the afternoon, I think it was 7 o'clock or something like that. I've been working all day, so I didn't get to see what's going on. I've been doing some other research, but like I said, too busy. But what I see so far is that the president, and we were talking earlier about tie colors and all this other stuff, he was wearing a Tiffany blue. So yesterday, I guess they had found one of Kennedy's grandkids that had died. Suspiciously, I suspect. But anyway, we're getting back into this tunnel warfare. This is the one that I've been watching for a while, and it keeps coming down and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But evidently, some of these explosions or earthquakes are related. Now, this is what's really weird. A lot of people can't connect. Is that CERN has the ability to direct earthquakes, as well as being able to connect to volcanic zones. Like I said before, when some of the tunnel warfare that was going on and explosions and some of the earthquakes that were happening, like in Salt Lake City and another one in Idaho, and I'm sorry if I called it Pocatello, but yeah, it isn't. It's more in the southern area of Idaho. But in Idaho, there was a 6.5, and I'm suspecting, there's no confirmation on this stuff at all, but it's something I really suspect is that they're directing this warfare towards these seismic zones in volcanic regions, like Yellowstone in the Caldera area. But the Idaho earthquake was probably one to try to get that moving and causing it to do some things. There's been some really high incidents happening right there in Yellowstone anyway. I was like, keep your eye on Mary Greeley. She's got some stuff, but she's not really she's hooked up to the government agency USGS, so that their government agencies are going to go down. 70% of your elected officials in the government are going to be arrested. Indictments came down. FISA is open the 13th. There are going to be over 100,000 indictments unsealed, but FISA is already opened up, so now you're going to start seeing some declass on the 13th. 12,500, I guess, indictments in Colorado. Colorado, man, is really in the middle of all this crap, and I cannot believe it. That's why it's a real rough area to live into, and what's really happening nowadays. So migrants and illegal aliens and child abductions and tunnel warfare and political misappropriations, and man, I tell you, Colorado has got to do something about this. If you're a Coloradan, shame on you, man. Really? Why do you want to live in an area and let this happening to you in your own community? Let it happen in DC, so the president can get a hands-on right there on what's going down. But now he's got to spread himself all over the country. But back to this fucking excuse me. Get back to this tunnel warfare. Evidently, there's a major event happening in South America, and I'm not going to say exactly where it's at, but evidently the president's headed down with 600 members in his entourage, and something I can't remember exactly. You know, it may be like 100, aircraft and everything else like there. But this is a major area of this subduction zone too. So, but anyway, getting back to CERN, now they're directing all this. These earthquakes and everything else, but they're also directing it towards volcanic zones, and now we're seeing this starting to happen all over the world. It's really complicated because we're talking about underground cities and large amount of people living under 60,000 people in communities underground. Really? Now, who's all these people? These people have been around for a long time. Entities as well. And there's you started thinking about that again, and when you start seeing it connected to in Antarctica, and evidently this is huge. This is the biggest thing that's ever going down. I mean, you're talking about monsters. These monsters reside under the ice that'll be coming to the surface here soon. And it's like, wow, I mean, how far does this go, and how big is this war when you start talking about people all over the world fighting this this war that we're talking about? This is world war. It's a spiritual war. It's an unseen war. It's a war that's beyond comprehension. CERN is supposed to be opening up a zone or portholes for entities to move into this realm. Man, people, this is beyond control. That's why we have to lock everybody down. And I'm not saying that just to say, lock everybody down. It's more of a keeping people safe kind of operation. MS-13 is being hunted all over the place because these are people that are used to kill, murder, and whatever, these little groups, but they're all over the world as well. So you're going to see a lot of them going down as well. But all this information keeps coming out more and more every day on exactly what Trump has really got going, and I can't understand why you don't see it in the mainstream media, but it's all secretive communications, comms between organizations all over the world. So, I mean, how do you talk to somebody someplace else doing the same thing? You have secret communications and devices in order to let you know what's going on. And I'm sorry, I have to laugh about this because I was telling somebody last night about the colored ties, and them going, "What? They don't believe it." It's one part of it. Gematria is another part of it. Miscommunications is another part of it. By using words like virus, you're using it, and ventilators, you're using them words that they use, the tools that they use against us. He's using them right back against them. Symbols. Fauci's one of the biggest Y chromosome manipulators, and he's going down anyway. I don't even want to go there. It's just too complicated. Everything that's connected about destroying America as we know it. But keep your eyes open, like, subscribe, and tell a friend. And I'm going to have some more probably information out today because there was just so much information that I couldn't even keep up with it today. And I have to run over here right now and pay some bills. Have a good day.